Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Makes. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Today, I am featuring a beautiful set of digitals from Dianna Marcum's Etsy shop. And for those of you who don't know who Dianna Marcum is, she is a wonderful artist. She has done many things over the years, including fabrics and stamps and kits that allow for embroidering art onto towels and different things like that with Adornit. She's made buttons, just all sorts of notions. So just wonderful to utilize her digital stamps from her Etsy shop. And she does have some stamps coming out with Adornit in the next couple months. So be watching for that with Adornit. But today I am featuring these adorable carrot cake muffin and bunny stamps from her Etsy shop. And this is a digital printout. And I printed it as it comes from her shop. But I worked with it in slightly different sizes. And the way I did that was to treat this as a photo and crop each image separately so that I could enlarge or shrink the image as I saw fit. So that's the fun thing about digitals. If you know how to work with them, you can do lots of different things and utilize them in lots of different ways. So I love this sweet carrot cake muffins stamp with the 3 bunnies along the top. And one of the bunnies has his little bow tie, and then 2 have flowers and ribbons in their hair. And then she has this beautiful wreath, and I especially loved the little flowers that she drew. And I cut a lot of these out by hand and use them as embellishments on my cards. And then I love this bunny, and I printed it in a lot of different sizes, and will probably use this for years and years to come. It's just absolutely adorable and so sweet for Easter. And you can even put the 2 bunnies together on a card, which I haven't done yet, but I want to, because you can certainly cut this away from the wreath and then put it with this bunny. So lots of options when you have digital stamps. So let me go ahead and I'm going to show you my cards today, and then I'm going to come back and I will show you the products that I used. So the first thing I did was create this sweet little circle card using the beautiful wreath image. And I cut it out with a circle die, and then I layered it over some additional die cuts, one of them being a little scallop that I used a gingham paper. And then I used a different gingham paper behind it just to add that kind of like that ribbon effect of pink around the whole thing. And this die set is one from My Creative Time. And it's just a little card that opens like this, so it'd be really cute to attach to an Easter basket or maybe a little Easter gift or maybe a bouquet of daffodils that you're giving to someone on Easter Sunday. So just a really sweet, adorable image. And I had fun coloring this with Copic markers, and I very lightly used a W0 marker just to highlight and give a little bit of definition to the bunny and a little bit of pink at its ears and on its cheeks and a nose. So I love how this turned out, and I love how Dianna draws her images, and they have a little bit of detail to them, a little bit of dots. I don't know if you can see it on video. My lighting isn't the best today because it's rainy here in Seattle. But the detail that she does her images with is very pretty, and you can see the little dots that she adds into the bunny rabbit here. So just really fun for shading. It gives you guidelines that you can follow. So I did that little card, and then I did this one here, and this is what I was talking about as far as cutting out the flowers and using them as embellishments on your card. And that's a great way to utilize a stamp that's detailed like this. You can enlarge it, make it different sizes, and then you end up with all of these little flowers that you can cut out and use as embellishments on your cards. So I colored this sweet little bowl with the carrot cake muffins recipe on it. I colored each of the bunnies a little bit differently. And then I matted it and added it to this card with this beautiful floral paper, which I thought was perfect for spring. And this is a Tim Holtz die that I use that creates this lace border. So very simple card. This in the background is just a scalloped banner, and I tilted it at an angle to give some interest to the card. I really wanted those certain flowers to show, and by tilting it, I was able to have the whole flowers show, and it kind of adds some interest too. And then on the inside, you can see I used one of those little flowers over a pink banner just to create some interest on the inside panel. And then also on the back panel where I added a piece of yellow paper and another one of the flowers cut out and colored with my Copic markers. So I love how this turned out, and these two little blooms here helped to frame in this panel. And it just turned out to be a very simple and sweet card. And then my next card is all in pink, and this one utilizes some papers from Irala Mija Shop on Etsy, along with the bunny, which is also again from Dianna Marcum's Etsy Shop. And on this one, I used some little gems down here to kind of be Easter eggs in the grass. I used a Gina Marie grass dye to have the bunny kind of standing in the grass. And I took advantage of the pink color on this card to make a pink carrot. And I added a little pearl gem to the flower up at the top of the bunny too. And this one I tried to color as a white bunny more, so it just has very touches of W00, which is a very, very pale gray marker, Copic marker, and just some little touches of that just to bring out some shape and some depth to the bunny. And then there's a little bit of a very light R10 marker, both on the face here and then up above on the ears. And I love how the coloring of this one turned out. And I did use that Tim Holtz crocheted edge dies again to make my little piece here. This is a paper from Irala Mija Shop on Etsy. And then this is just a polka dot paper from Paper Tray Ink. And then on the inside, I did a green polka dot paper from Irala Mija Shop and a little piece of that other paper from her shop too as a little banner. And then on the back, I added a gingham paper from Paper Tray Ink with this sweet little flower, again colored with Copic markers. So those three are the first three cards that I made using the beautiful, this beautiful digital from her shop. And again, she's going to have sets coming out with Adornit that you're going to be able to purchase. But I did make a couple more cards that I thought I would share too. I loved coloring that bunny so much that I wanted to color it slightly different and bring some blue in, because this is one of my favorite colors in the spring. It's like the color of forget-me-nots. So I cut a panel out of a gingham paper from a Gina Marie Designs oval die set that has this pretty edge. I backed it with a pink to kind of pick up on the bunny's ears and stuff. And then I did emboss with my little dot folder this white panel, which anytime I'm adding a white panel to a card, I like to do that dot embossing folder because it just adds a lot of texture and interest to the card. This is a piece of a curtain panel that I tied a knot and hot glued on just to kind of add to the top of the card a little bit. And then, like I said, I've been using those little flowers as embellishments. So I created a triangle here, which is a design feature that helps to move your eye through the card. Anything you do in threes or in odd numbers is always a help when someone's looking at a card. It helps your eye to rest, and just to bring interest to move your eye through the card. So that's what I did with those little flowers. I just made a triangle. And then on the inside, I added a little banner piece with another one of the flowers. And this is the Crazy Stitch set from my sweet friend Anna White, and it is carried at Impression Obsession Stamps. So if you're interested in getting a die set that has these beautiful stitched pieces to it, the Crazy Stitch set is a wonderful set to have. And then on the back, I added the smallest size of that Gina Marie oval set, and then I added another one of the little flowers. And this was just a piece of paper from crepe paper that I had in my stash. So that is how this card turned out. So 2 bunny cards. And then I even did a third bunny card using the smaller bunny. So this is this same bunny, but printed slightly bigger and colored in brown. And I wanted to do a more earth-toned card. So I colored the bunny in this kind of beigey brown color. And I need to add some pink to its nose still. But I did utilize 3 flowers again on the card. This beautiful paper is from my friend Sue Crozier, who sent me this vintage paper from Hobby Lobby and the Paper Studio. It's called Old World Winter. And I utilized this paper here and this paper here. So I think I use, let's see, I think it's still in here. But I love this paper. I don't know if you can tell, but it has kind of a texture to it. And it looks textured. So it's beautiful paper. I really love this paper pad, Sue. Thank you for sharing it with me. So those are the two papers that I used on this card. And then this is a Crafty Secrets paper that is on a CD that I own that I print frequently, and it has all vintage papers. So I just cut this out using that Tim Holtz die set again. And this is that Gina Marie grass die. So just a really simple card. And then on the inside, I utilized another one of the flowers. I made a little banner out of the leftover piece of paper that I had. I put a stitched scalloped edged banner on the inside, and then I just added a simple blue flower to the back. So those are all my projects using this beautiful Dianna Marcum digital. And let me just go through really quick. For those of you that are interested, I'm just going to show the products that I use to create the cards. So for this round card, let's see. Well, let me show you this first. I use this Sizzix Thinlits die. This is Tim Holtz 664178, and these are those crocheted borders that you can use. So I use that. I use this stitched edged die set. This is from Lil Inkers Designs. Laura was the conceptor who first created stitching dies, and this is one of her original die sets from back in the day. Hello, Laura, if you're watching. I use this bunch of fun circle dies from My Creative Time, and you can see that that is the card that I created using these dies. Okay, I love this die set. It's one that I utilize for circle cards a lot because the scalloped edge, I think, makes the cutest little card. So I use that. I used this set of dynamics that just have circles with just a dot, and that's what I used to make that pink border in there. I use this grass die from Gina Marie Designs, and I use that quite a bit. I use this scallop die from Spellbinders, and that's what the yellow edged thing here is with the little yellow scalloped one. And then, let's see. I don't think I use that. I use this, this is the Crazy Stitch die set that I use on the inside of my cards a lot. It's the perfect panel for the front of the card or at the inside of a card. And then it also has two banners that you can use for various things. So that's from my friend Anna White's die line at Impression Obsession Stamps. I use some of these scalloped and stitched dies. Most of these are from Mama Elephant. I use this Gina Marie Design set, which is an oval, as well as this Cat Scrappiness Infinity Oval die set. So those are all the dies and products that I use to create these cards. And of course, various scraps from my stash are also incorporated. But the piece de resistance, of course, is always your stamps that you're using. And this time it was this beautiful digital printout from Dianna Marcum's Etsy shop. And I am so very excited that she is going on to have many of her wonderful stamps released with Adornit once again. There'll be stamps from Dianna Marcum on the market. So traditional stamps. I'm not sure if they're going to be clear or red rubber yet, but I'm very excited about her release, and I hope that you guys will watch the e-waves to see when they're coming out with Adornit. It's in early May, okay? I'm very much looking forward to working with her products, and I'm very excited for the release and to be able to purchase some things and to use them and share them with all of you, because she is definitely one of the artists that I just love. So I hope that you guys will enjoy your Saturday this weekend and enjoy everybody's projects for Saturday Morning Makes. I sure am enjoying seeing all of the different hashtags that everybody is putting out there for various art collaborations. It's wonderful to see everybody making and creating art. I truly feel that creating is one of the best things you can do for your soul, and it spreads joy, and joy is the simplest form of gratitude that there is. There's a stamp that I received from Clear and Simple Stamps one time that says, "Joy is the simplest form of gratitude." And I love this stamp. I keep it on my desk because choosing joy is an easy way to have gratitude in your life, and gratitude is what leads to happiness. in my opinion anyway. So I hope that you guys all have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining me for Saturday Morning Makes, and for sharing your heart with all of us in this wonderful community. What a blessing it is to share heart with all of you. All right, have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to being out there and commenting on all your projects. I am working all weekend, so I'll be commenting as I'm able to, and it may be some of them won't get comments until Monday or Tuesday of next week, but I will see everything, I hope. If I miss your project for some reason, feel free to tag me so that I can come and take a peek at it. Sometimes when you put in the hashtag, you don't see everything for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I do know that the algorithm misses things sometimes. So the sorting anyway. So if you tag me, I definitely will come take a peek. Thank you all so much. Blessings and hugs. Bye now.